Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by. My name is Benjamin Fox, and today I wanted to take the time to share with you my career and personal successes I've achieved through steady growth over the course of my life. I've learned so much through my journey, and I'm excited to share where I've been, who I am, and where I am going. My unwillingness to quit and my openness to change has allowed me to create a very lucrative, fulfilling, and wonderful life for myself, my family, my friends, and my business partners. I hope that through this video, you can have a clear understanding about where you want to go and gain inspiration to do business with me. Now, growing up was not the easiest in my household, as it isn't for so many out there reaching for something more. My father struggled with alcohol abuse and my mom with addiction for many years, and despite their efforts to provide a good home, they constantly struggled to make ends meet and couldn't keep us in one place very long. Now, I'm one of 3 Fox boys, and I'm the middle child in my home. My brothers and I grew up in a home where yelling was a constant, lack of resources was just the normal, and financial education was non-existent. Now, I can recall at a very young age my father telling me that if I wanted to go to college, I'd have to figure it out on my own, as they could not help me. Now, by the time I was 17, I left home for the first time, was paying rent on my own, and graduated high school with honors. I was already on track to be an expert salesman, and I never looked back. At the age of 12, I became the #1 magazine drive salesman for my middle school. This was my first big accomplishment, and as I entered high school, I realized that selling was not just about making profits, but about creating relationships. And when you look at it from that perspective, you begin to see that all of life has a component of selling involved to some degree. Now, we sell ourselves constantly for a job, a partner, to be trusted to make decisions, to help others choose a better way. Yes, life is sales, and I learned how to close the deals long ago. Now, when I was 16, I was hired for my first official job as an assistant manager for a local pizza shop called Nick and Willie's Pizza, located in Chino Hills at the time. I had a team of individuals ranging from 18 to 31 working underneath me, and that posed quite a few challenges, as you can imagine. I went through many trials of management and communication with my team, but inevitably I gained their trust as eventually they saw my ability to lead them effectively and efficiently. Now, as I approached my 18th birthday, I took a position as an unsecured debt specialist for a company called North Star Credit Solutions, located in City of Industry at the time. Now, this job was a special time that I look fondly back on, as it taught me so much about how to communicate properly with customers, to have empathy for their situations, and how to close deals by being the expert in my field and sharing that confidence with my clients to ease their concerns. Now, in all of my positions, I've aimed to sharpen my skills and challenge my sales abilities. I found myself in many more opportunities and selling everything under the sun, including Cutco knives, Kirby vacuums, Herbalife, Primerica, mobility medical supplies, commercial cleaning services, and so much more. In my early 20s, I knew where I was going career-wise, but I had to take some serious stock on myself personally and realize what I needed to accomplish for my health. At the age of 23, I was 418 pounds. I was pre-diabetic, suffering from back pain, and I also carried a severe diagnosis of IBS that I had since being a child. I longed for love and a partner and to be seen, but let's be honest, the fat guy's not always looked at for those things first. And although I had a successful career developing as a business professional, I realized most of my skills resided in my inside selling abilities. Before the time of social media, a phone call was the way to sell without ever having to be in person. Now, I was terrified at the thought of ever doing outside sales because I realized I was not confident at all in my looks or my self-esteem. Now, following some very dark times, my dawn finally peered over the horizon. For a period of less than 1 year, I focused on nothing but my health. I dieted, I watched what I consumed, I began to challenge my own knowledge of health and emptied my cup constantly with what wasn't working. And I replaced it with what did. By the end of 2012, I had lost over 225 pounds, and I've kept it off ever since. This has been one of my greatest accomplishments that I'm proud to be sharing with you all today. Yes, I used to be this guy. Then I became this guy. Then I was this guy. Then I became this guy. See, to me, I've always embraced the winds of change because I know firsthand how to take control of your life and make changes for the better. As the years passed, I became my new self and I also stepped into roles of greater career positions. So my first big role I accepted was as a business development specialist for an IT firm called ISN Global Enterprises located in Claremont, California. Now, in addition to my normal tasks of developing business for my company, I also participated in business network marketing for the community of Claremont and its Chamber of Commerce. Now, I met so many wonderful people who taught me all about different types of businesses in a community and the value that they share with one another in unity. Eventually, I was asked to serve as the co-president for the Claremont Chamber Young Professionals, which I proudly accepted for 2 years. During my time with that team, we organized events to help develop our personal selves, events to help develop our professional selves, charity events for the community, and sometimes just gathering together to celebrate the success of our group. It was at this time I began to realize the power of network marketing, working with a team, and what it means to have true financial freedom. Now, in 2018, I lost a very dear brother of mine, tragically and suddenly. It was a dark time again, and I struggle with maintaining not just my health, but my light in the world. As I strengthened my relationship with God, I realized that moving forward was still my only option. I used my loss to help comfort others. I began my spiritual journey in realizing my greater purpose to use my trials as a message of hope for those that are lost. So I transformed once more, not physically this time, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. By the grace of God, I was offered a new opportunity in June of 2018 at one of my current companies, Ontario Refrigeration, where I was to become more than I ever could imagine. Over the last 4.5 years as a service consultant, I have accomplished more than I ever thought possible. I've had the pleasure of representing a multi-million-dollar company that has been established since 1958, operates in 4 states, and has 11 different offices. In my current position alone, I've accumulated close to $5 million in weighted sales for the organization, and I'm one of the lead consultants here in California. I have had the distinct pleasure of working with all types of companies and their teams spread across numerous verticals. Now, although there were many ups and downs and some real dark times over the last decade, I always remained true to my greater purpose of becoming more than who I was. By the mercy of God, I have been able to see my road through time and time again. Now, I'm proud to say that not only do I operate at a 6-figure salary with bonuses and commissions, but I also travel the world free of charge. I work with the most professional and skilled individuals hands down, and now I have a side business that completely changes lives with something so simple, you can do it from home. My name is Benjamin Ronald Fox. I am 34 years old. I come from nothing, sleeping in a van at 17 to now living in a beautiful home in the fabulous Newport Beach, California. I know what it takes to turn dreams into reality and how to live a purposely driven life that provides monetary returns for a more financially free future. I've traveled the world and have visited many countries with loads more to come. I share my business and successes with people all across the globe, and I'd like to share it with you also. I'm currently adding to my team and looking for new business partners that align with our values, our faith, and our business work ethics. If you are not afraid of change, you can work to the bone, and you also realize that dreams lay just beyond the bend, then shoot me a message, drop me a line, and let's have a conversation on who you are, where you want to go, and how we can help you get there. But whatever you do, I like to remind people of 3 things. Be epic, be kind, and be well. There you go.